Okay. This is TsDL, Season S, round of 32. Antou versus Danjaygerinna. With me, I am joined by Straw.
Alright, so it looks like we started.
Yep.
Okay. Did you talk about their boxes a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, just give me a second. Okay. Um, Danjay is running a pretty standard debuff box, but then there's a couple single target pivots like TJS, Elwyn, and Mariel. So there's a decent amount of healing, because we also see Liko. And then there's a little bit of stall with Oldius as well. So, pretty much a standard box, characters you'd see in just about any box. As for Antou, he's also running a mostly debuff AoE focus, but we see Albedo. Um, Both players are choosing to run two tanks, with maybe Bernhardt as an off tank in either box. In Antou's case, it's Albedo and Hilda, and in Danjay... Oh, no, Antou's running three tanks. So Danjay's box is a little bit more aggressive because it doesn't have that third tank.
Yeah, I mean, if you run two tanks like that, you get really vulnerable getting out your healers banned. So he got all three healers banned there.
Yeah, because you
But
can't...
he has Hilda, and he does have, I mean, she does have Mario and Liko, so she picks up Liko here as a side healer. And Anto's just gonna ban out any kind of heals here, what Mario and Juggler looks like. So I mean, if you run two tanks, you're vulnerable to get all of your healers banned when you run three healers. So in Anto's case, it's okay because he has three tanks. And I think he's running... He's not using Florentia, actually. He's using Iris.
Yeah, Iris is a more aggressive option. The stuff about two tank versus three tank, you can also run two tank four healer, and then you can just first pick a tank instead of having to pick a healer first.
Mm-hmm.
This is all mostly in response to so many people running debuff AoE focus boxes and Rosin first ban being the ban of choice these days.
So I mean, the albedo itself is not going to help too much because there's not that many single targets available. It's going to be helpful pretty much against TJS and Elwyn, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to focus your bans on them. Now he's trying to get rid of some kind of AoEs here. There's so he got Ares and Reem banned. Um, that's kind of interesting. I guess he finds Reen more threatening than Himiko or Kruger, which can be the case.
Yeah, Reen's a little slow. He has worse range, I'd say, than Kruger or Himiko.
Yeah, slow doesn't really matter right now because both teams are really slow.
Yeah, fair
They're
enough.
just gonna tank push. So, I mean, if you have a slow team and if you pick up someone like early initiator like Himiko, it doesn't really matter because your team can't catch up. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's okay, ban. Ares also very threatening, can be very scary. So,
Yeah, Ares can capitalize really well on AoE combos, and he can also be the initiator for them. He's just a really flexible unit.
mhm.
I do think
So,
it's.
in,
I was
mhm.
gonna say I do think it's really nice that Anto doesn't have to ban Elwyn or T-Just because he's guaranteed that Danjay's going to have to pick one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're bad units. They're
True.
still good in this matchup, so it's not like you're nullifying them completely. It's still good pickups for them. It's just that they're not as threatening because of the tank of your choice. But yeah, they're still good units. It's still very scary. Because in
Yeah.
this case, Burn can just buff Elwyn, so Elwyn can bring two. So he decided to actually ban out the Elwyn.
Yeah, what I think Anto's worried about there is masked maid Elwyn maybe.
Uh, I
I've
mean,
just,
he could bring it, but I'm not sure if it's much of a threat. It's just that when you combo with Bernhardt, because he can also single target, it could be threatening against your tank because Burn doesn't care if you bring Lancer or not, and uh, yeah, I mean, Elwyn plus different combo can be very threatening. So
yeah, the debuffs on Danjay's side push your Liana to moving to purge them, and then Albedo might not be able to get healed, and I could see the single target combo there taking some lives from Albedo.
so in this case for Anto, I would have picked up uh, Zerda. Zerda, I think, is a very good against this team. He
Zer-
didn't. So
Zerda seems like she could zone out this Licorice and this Kruger a lot better.
no, Zerda should be able to kill all the units on that side. To be honest,
Yeah,
I mean, Zerda a very good unit here. Also, she's very good against debuffs as well because of Alazar. That's one of the upside for Zerda compared to other assassins. It doesn't matter if your enemy comes in, she can just counter and be reactive even if she doesn't reach. Whereas someone like, say, pretty popular choice is Sigma, if he gets hit um, or get debuffed, less chance of you actually killing anything. So same with any kind of assassin like Olistrio. So Zerda would have been very good. He decided to pick up Ares instead, which is not bad either because there's no real big healing from coming from that team. It's just Licorice. But just because Burn is there, I don't think Ares can one shot. He can certainly set up though.
yeah, up against Burn, I can see your point about Zerda just providing more to the table than Ares. Usually Ares is pretty good with a big debuffer like Green and another good AoE like Ari. He can usually find some sort of opportunity, but some sort of single target zoning to keep Danjay's DPS in check would have been really nice.
I mean, Ares is usually not good against Kruger, and there's also Burn, so it's not the best pick. So
Yeah, Kruger just puts his evil debuff on Ares, and then Ares' follow up is pretty screwed up.
yeah, let's see though.
Very standard skill sets on Danjay's side.
Yeah, I would say.
Danjay's win condition seems pretty simple. You need to get Bernhardt probably to engage first, apply heal block, which Liana does have a couple tools that she could bring to counter, and then you have Kruger and Liko to follow up, and I guess it's kind of troublesome because of that Ari, right?
Okay, so he casted that actually on Liana. I think that's a mistake. Um, I think it's very unnecessary. You can just use it on Ares, and it will help out a lot to zone out your opponent. Because I mean, Liana, you can just step back, keep her in the back. You don't want her to get hit by AoEs anyway.
Yeah.
So
So I
I
was
mean, win condition for both teams is just jumping with AoEs pretty much. There's no real deterrent on either side of the team, so it just depends on how the engagement goes. I mean, it's yeah, in this case it's just not it just depends on the who initiates first and who gets better RNG, to be honest. One good thing is he does have area with gospel, which is pretty nice. So if
I was about to mention that he did not bring Gospel. He brought Sky Archer, which I think Ari against this comp really needed that Gospel. But I guess it's just Kruger and Liko, kind of slow, right?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, Gospel would have been really nice. I mean, Gospel plus Arian is a really good combo right now.
Yeah.
If you're gonna run, uh, he also got Liana, so it would have been really nice.
It makes Ari a really effective AoE counter to this Liko, maybe even this Kruger, perhaps this TsDL, and Ares could be able to easily follow up on it. But I mean, there's still a chance she doesn't get silenced. But even then, there's other debuffs that can really screw up her engaging.
Mm-hmm. One thing to mention, Liquor's got Tenyo. Kruger has Breeze. It's really easy jump for Danjay next turn.
Yeah, and some scary RNG there.
So I think he had Odious available for the last pick, Danjay. If I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I would have picked Odious instead of TJS, but
The thing is, TSDL up against Albedo. Albedo's probably Thorns, probably with Blood Pact. Crystal Molders, it's the same sort of deal as TSDL attacking into Hilda, right? There's always a chance that your TSDL is gonna die. You have to play it kind of slow. Which Burn can kind of do, right?
well,
But,
it's worse than attacking into Hilda, because Albedo's better. Because there's a lot more procs.
yeah.
Even if you don't get thorned, you can still not kill.
Yeah, that's fair, actually.
Um,
There's not a good single target Well, yeah, there's Bernhardt and TSDL to try and combo this Albedo down. But Danjay's team probably can't last that long against Arene, right?
mm,
You have to kill 2 Albedo lives.
I mean, the game's not gonna last that long, so I don't think that's like the biggest worry. Once they clash, it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
So if anything, Green's gonna get 1 or 2 AoE off anyway this game. So it doesn't really matter whether your team can last or not. You just kill before they kill you. So
Well,
it's really good that he's getting all these breezes here. He got 2 Tenyos on his team right now.
I was just thinking about it in terms of TSDL is pretty much just going to teleport people this match, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he could have bought AoEs on TJS,
True. Yeah, true.
which is a lot better because his whole team's AoE and it does a decent amount of damage. It's still good though, because if your opponent jumps in, say Ares jumps in, TJS can just counter kill. So,
She has some additional healing as well.
mm-hmm. It's not like she's the worst. She's still pretty good. It's just that you could probably brought. I don't think teleport was necessary in this game. Could have brought like 3C strengthen and then like meteor or something. Would have been good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got both attack down and damage down. I'm not sure about this move. This move I think is bad.
It seems way too early. You're in burn.
Well,
aura.
unless you're confident you can kill something here, but I don't think you can.
Yeah,
you got damage reduction and attack down.
And
maybe.
burn aura.
Yeah, I mean.
And
there's
it's not
no
Reaper.
follow-up after, so.
It's not Scarlet Reaper either, so Ares going all in like that, usually you would need to have Scarlet Reaper to have a chance. At least increase your chances.
It just didn't make sense to me. He walked up his Liana. I guess to act again there. And that ended up giving all the debuffs anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they're just Ligo healing, but Ligo did use mass heal, so this forces. I was gonna say it forces Ligo to at least use demonic advent, but that works too, especially when you get a clock.
You mean transform? I don't think he needs to transform.
Oh, Danjay used mass heal at that turn, so if you wanted to use mass heal, you would have had to transform.
Oh, I mean 3C is fine.
Yeah.
He clocked too, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why he brought Sky Archers. It's probably for Rain to make his transformation last. Because I mean, at this point, you kind of have to sit back.
I mean, it's also an answer to Bernhardt Sword Dance, right?
Yeah, it's also good for that as well. Might also just sacrifice single target heal. To be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You just run Gospel instead of single target heal. Then there's no healing for Liana, but you probably want to just keep Liana away anyway, like you said earlier. I mean, now Ligo Mass Heal is back up, so Ares didn't really accomplish anything, but he can reset, I guess. But he did... That's the thing, he also transformed with Rain.
I mean, it's bad for Antou because all of Danjay's units are ready to go in, at least by next turn, and she didn't lose anything really because 3C clocked, whereas Antou cannot go in with his Ares now.
Yeah, it does look tough for Antou. I think Danjay's probably just gonna stay back for at least this turn, but yeah, next turn, there's still that Tenyo on Liko, I think. Looks like Kruger got a Tenyo too.
Yeah, he got Tenyo last turn and another Tenyo, looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy luck there. This is a good position for line AoE.
It could be.
Somebody
Depends on the debuffs.
Yeah, somebody in my chat saying I would wait out Reen. That's the thing, you kind of can't if the Reen doesn't just sit there and let you. Especially when they have Sky Archer. But as you see, Antou's Reen is ready to go in next turn. There's no... Like, I don't think Bernhardt can kill Reen.
Yeah, Bernhardt's not gonna kill Rain. It's just that, I mean, like you say, if Rain goes in though, Rain just dies. I don't think it's a good move.
TsDL is off of Sorks, but I guess she has Act again, so then...
You don't have to one-shot Rain, right? You can still kill him.
Well, Albedo could guard him right after, right?
But then your other units are vulnerable after. It's just sending off Reem by himself. None of his other units are ready. It's just... I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. But I was just saying you can't wait out the Reen because he will be able to engage.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think Danjay may just stay passive, but we'll see. There's a little bit of lag, looks like.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, so he's gonna go in now. Interesting.
That Reen was invulnerable to that debuff? Is that like an Overlord? Or it must have been Bracer, I'm silly. Yeah, it's just Silencer or fixed damage. I don't see what AoEing Reen there accomplishes too much. Reen's so bulky. He's not a unit you're really going to be able to kill with AoE.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it does either. So that position for Sky Archer is actually vulnerable to
Kruger.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially if it's 6-star Kruger, he should pretty easily be able to deal the 6,400-ish HP the Sky Archer has.
I think game would have been really easy, to be honest, if he just gospeled and moved forward. What can your opponent do? If Arian double AoEs, I think it's almost certain that it's gonna kill a lot of things on that team.
Yeah, I would say Liko would definitely be dead and TjS too, probably. Maybe
Yeah,
not
and then
Kruger.
yeah, and you also have Ares there. You also have Act Again as player too. I think things would have looked really good for you. Kind of unfortunate. He blew his Act Again, right? So there's
Yeah.
no Act Again. Um, if Ariane gets silenced, then she can't really do anything. And also, she doesn't even have attack buff, so she's not that scary. Not that scary at all. So Danjay should just heal here. If she really wanted to commit, then she can kind of move up, and then okay. Interesting. Uh,
That is a good tile for Reen and Kruger moving, because Albedo could move up one space forward and then Reen could AoE from guard range, but you could always respond to that next turn. Um, I guess Bernhardt's in range if it's Apex boots.
Wait, this is also very bad. Why would you do this? It's not gonna kill.
It is Rag, but yeah.
No, it's not gonna kill. But he's also he should have just he's waiting to use his healer. I would have just dispelled and healed.
Yeah.
You wanna get those silences off. Now, I mean, there's no reason to move the Ares because it's just gonna get healed now, and Ares just gonna die.
Yeah, after Ares spends 3C, you probably just want to have Ares screw off all the way to the back because he's not going to accomplish too much. You might as well keep him out of range of AoEs.
Okay, I guess he's just gonna snipe the Ares here with 3C. Oh, okay. Interesting choice.
She
It's gonna
procs.
kill one life.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't, but
She proc 3C.
okay. That was an interesting choice from Danjay.
Bernhardt AoE maybe kills that Life of Albedo. Why does it say she doesn't have an Endure right now? Is it passive Sealda? Okay, yeah. I forgot, it's not on her talent. I guess that's why Danjay went for it, because of the passive steal, so if Albedo died there, it would have been pretty nice.
Okay.
This Bernhardt Liko combo is looking a bit devastating. Liana's in range of Liko, I think. Nope, she's one off. But takes the Ares kill. That seems fine too.
To be honest, I think Hilda could have killed that.
Yeah. It is Ares on a forest, but it didn't look like he had many troops up.
I mean, I can see what both players are thinking right now. Also, Danjay's side, there's really not much to think. I mean, if you're oh what? Okay. Okay.
So yeah, you generally don't want to attack Albedo with the Lancer tank for that reason.
Okay. That's interesting. So he moved there so that Ring can't AoE Licorice here. It looks like.
Yeah.
Um,
That Reen's attack is pretty sad from these debuffs and no attack buff.
just AoE. Yeah, it's fine. Save Arion. Just yeah.
Hilda using Ram runs in front of her troops directly into Albedo attacking, yeah. Still pretty good damage. And a clock.
No heal reverse. There are 2 silences though, which is really nice, but there's going to be 3C.
Or even mass heal.
I will use the heal tile. No, I would not mass heal here. I would definitely 3C, I think. Just put the tiles down. Yeah. I would just attack. And AoE. That's suicide. That's suicide. That's suicide. That's suicide. That's suicide. Oh, that's not.
It's zealots against werewolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been suicide.
Yeah, if it was like Heavy Centaurian Ari or something.
Yeah. Not too bad. I mean,
I don't know if Reen has line AoE. I don't think it'd kill, but there's 2 turns of heal block. Ari does have another AoE.
well, 3C clocked, so he could just wait till the end of the turn and just like kill off. Okay. Kill off, say, like Angel or something, Sky Archer. So he can AoE here, kill Kruger. Kruger already used both AoEs though. Not gonna do anything this turn, but he can still do some damage here. Can't even kill anyway, but it does kill.
Scarlet Reaper.
I think Antou now has the advantage. I think he wins now.
Yeah, he can't suicide the Sky Archer because Fog's not in range and there's no target to do it with. So Reen, if he doesn't have
You're
line,
right.
if he doesn't have line AoE, he's down for a turn. But
Oh,
Moby
he
down.
Moby down. Yeah. Now it's not looking too good because
Yeah,
that Rain was gonna do something. He did have Act Again, so he could have, I don't know, Act Against Sky Archer, suicided. But yeah, he Ram. The Hilda used Ram last turn, so he should have just used Hilda, right?
yeah.
Just
I
get rid
would
of the Moby down.
I would say it wasn't checking debuffs, but yeah, that ram was from Hilda. So I just
It was looking good. Now it doesn't. That's kind of sad.
yeah, like if Ari still had if Ari didn't AoE last turn, if this knocked her down to 70%, there could have been a play here, right? But I guess she did some of that damage to begin with.
What do you mean?
Nah, I was thinking if Ari can act again with double AoE here, but the only reason Antou's team or Danjay's team is injured is because of Ari to begin with.
Yeah, Ari, yeah, Ari. You mean like just not do anything last turn?
Yeah.
And then just wait to I think he had to AoE last turn though. Can't play too passive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Doesn't even kill them.
Okay, at least the act again lets her die.
Is T just a threat though?
I don't think so. I mean, this Bernhardt is probably the biggest threat right now. But, I mean, Ari couldn't do anything to it. It seems like you kill it just because it's the only thing you can kill.
It's just the gospel would have been really nice to buff up your unit. It's just that your units are super weak because there's no buff. Well, he's getting the middle now. He could have kind of start blocking with Sky Archers if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like. And damage-wise, they should be pretty similar right now. But they're pretty even, so he's getting the middle now.
Yeah, if Sky Archer blocked there, I guess it does come down to whether or not this Bernhardt can bust through this Albedo, which could be tough. If she has block, she has 3C proc.
Wait, where is he going? Where is he going? Where is he going? Where is he going?
That's still middle, right?
Is it?
Yeah. In between the bridges.
Yeah, it's still middle. Okay.
Still, Sky Archer blocking there would have definitely been better. And now Albedo's moved into a position where Danjay can just move Bernhardt one tile up, then Sky Archer could just be killed after that because Albedo wouldn't be guarding.
I think Burn AoE should be up either this turn or next turn.
I think it's next turn.
Okay. She's just gonna punch block. Not gonna be too much damage here. Albedo can just stand still.
Yeah.
I would do that right now. What?
That tile Albedo in was really perfect because there's no guard downtime. It would have been a plus formation with the Sky Archer. I guess
Albedo's not in danger. You don't have to use Liana. Yes. And he didn't want to heal. The reason he moved was he didn't want to heal Arion.
Yeah.
She has double move.
But it's kind of risky for her to attack Hilda, isn't it? There's that fixed damage debuff, and if Hilda thorns, Ari could really hurt herself. And there's Liko tiles. I guess she has the HP restoration buff. She should be fine.
Interesting. So I don't think he can act again because of the heal. It was 56%. He's gonna heal 20% right now.
Oh yeah, but the fixed damage debuff.
He can. Okay. He can, but let's see. It doesn't kill though. He can try. Yeah, I mean, it was just awkward there. He needed to use Stormless first and then push.
Yeah.
Kind of a waste. Now there's a... Oh, he's got an auto attack. And Thorns is really nice. So did he not have AoE here? Pretty sure he did.
I'm pretty sure Danjay did have AoE.
Okay, he kills both though.
Albedo got passive sealed, I guess. And yeah, now it looks pretty GG. I mean, That buff block on Ari is also really bad here.
Oh, I was gonna say pretty GG, but that did a lot of damage to that burn. Burn's almost dead.
Yeah, Liana
But
should be able to kill.
Arion's dead though.
Yeah. Okay, now Liana can't kill and Hilda
That
heals
was
too
GG.
much.
This game would have went both ways so many times.
Yeah.
Um, just a little sloppy from both players.
It was definitely a big back and forth.
I didn't expect Vito to die though. It looked kind of healthy, but that AoE after and the rupture was enough, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 times fixed damage, right? Which is like 5,200 HP in damage. It's just crazy.
Because imagine if he was able to land 2 AoEs right before that turn, before burn attack. Burn probably would not have killed Albedo there.
Yeah.
Because he would have lost more soldiers. That's kind of unfortunate.
And Albedo missed 2 procs. Got Thorns, but Thorns does not really help you survive. Most of the time.
Okay, so he's... Well, can't talk about this yet.
Yeah.
Be right back.
No problem. So hi chat. How are you guys doing? Albedo's revive did get blocked. I'm doing pretty well. Liko had some really crazy tile RNG there. The buff block on Ari, as well as the passive seal on Albedo, really sealed the deal there. Like, if Ari gets Grand Cross, I'm not sure if she could tank that. Yeah, if Albedo gets Grand Cross, she probably tanks that Hilda. And then, Albedo, or... Ugh. And then Ari could maybe clean up that Bernhardt. She did have Scarlet Reaper. Overall, I think Antou made a couple mistakes. Antou made one clear mistake in skill choice, and that was not bringing Gospel. Ari really needed it. She was a really devastating potential counter to Danjay's team. And then Danjay maybe just played a bit too passively. I don't know. It's harder to say there. A couple things, like I'm thinking of Kruger using his AoE and on Reen, and that didn't really accomplish anything. Okay, so we see some big swaps out of Antou. Instead of the debuff AoE, well, it's still kind of debuff AoE. Reen was dropped, interestingly. We see another assassin brought in, or actually we see Sigma swap for Zerda, and instead of Albedo, we see Landius and MK. So Antou's preparing more of a YL line, rather than Albedo, who doesn't offer the team very much utility. And then Danjay, on the other hand, has decided to opt with the same box, which is fine. It's a solid box, versatile. And so far the bands go the same way. It's interesting to see Hein. He's pretty good. If Burn gets picked, he's a threat. So yeah, Antou opting for the same, ban out the healer line. We're probably going to see Danjay pick up Liko second again. Here, Antou still doesn't really need to pick a tank. Interesting that Hilda gets banned when there's no Tensei in Antou's box. Landius with units like MK, Himiko, and Sigma, no matter what, Landius is going to get a decent YL follow-up. You can't ban 3 people. Yeah, I think Antou's pretty much banning the exact same stuff as last game. Okay, so Sigma burn. It puts a decision on Antou. Does he pick up a YL DPS and MK or Himiko, or does he go for something else and risk both those people getting banned? This time Kruger gets banned. He was annoying for Antou to deal with last game. The debuffs screwed up a couple things. MK over Himiko is an interesting choice. Himiko's mobility down will generally not ever affect Hilda, so you can't really rely on limited debuff removal on Danjay's side to get some sort of snipe combo. Himiko is a really good AoE DPS. MK and her are kind of similar in terms of both being able to put out a lot of AoEs and doing a crap load of damage. Like, even MK has a little bit of buff removal. Himiko has more. Although MK can run goblins too, but her crit rate is nowhere near as reliable. This time we see 4th pick TsDL, who has... It's harder for her to kill Landius, but Landius does generally need to be 100% HP. And there's no risk of TsDL killing herself to Thorns and Molders.
Okay, so I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Pretty much the same pick for Danjay here. For Antou though, he got Landius this time. He's gonna use that. He's gonna use MK for AoE, I assume. Yeah, I mean it's not too bad having those two. You can combo pretty easily with Liana here. So Liana's a really big thing. It's just that I wish Antou, even last game, I wish Antou was a little more patient. That Ares didn't do anything, and Ares was a really big key in this lineup. So same thing here, unless he knows he can combo in, I don't think he should be going in randomly like the first game. We'll see though. As for Danjay, I think that team's looking pretty good. Another thing is that again, there's no real healer. For me personally, I think the Himiko pick last would have been pretty good, but Elwyn's also okay. It's not the worst. I mean, you have again, you have 2 attack skills because of the Empire buff, also pretty strong. So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad on both sides. I think both sides have win conditions here. But I do think that Iris TsDL was a little better.
Yeah, I think D-Lit with her Gospels and Sea of Miracles with the cooldown reduction, which is more relevant for Himiko than it would be for MK, but
Right.
it'd still be really good on Himiko. And it's damage up, too, for your entire team. Even Elven Aura could potentially be put up, and D-Lit's also a single target zoning threat against some of these units. But I do think that since Antou has such a solid AoE combo between Himiko and MK, as well as Act Again, that with Liko as your only healer, it could be a little difficult for Danjay to survive.
Yeah, I mean, he does have good AoEs here. And also, Himiko's getting the Landius buff, which is not too bad. I assume it's 5 stars.
Yeah.
Having Act Again is really crucial though. So watching Antou last game, maybe Iris is probably better because I think he wants to sustain more than actually making plays. So I think Iris actually does work out for him better.
It
Um,
it could be a really nice combo with MK. She can backtrack to the tank, get acted again, and then you could teleport with Iris, something like that, right?
what do you mean?
Um, MK goes in, uses
Mm-hmm.
AoE, she
Mm-hmm.
backtracks, lands next to Landius, you can act
Mm-hmm.
MK again, and then you can teleport MK with Jarden.
But won't she be in range anyway, though?
Probably. But I mean, it's a damage buff too.
Yeah. The only thing is that that's the best combo he can land because he has Act again. So land 2 MK combos. Well, you start with Himiko first,
Yeah.
and then land 2 MK combos. But if that doesn't accomplish anything, the MK is dead next turn because she cannot come back. And if MK dies, it's GG. So that combo needs to kill.
With Liko as the only healer, I mean, I think it could.
That's possible. What can you kill? I think it could actually kill Burn. MK is actually pretty good against Bernhardt. I mean, obviously because his cav versus infantry. Also, his MDef is pretty low. It's not like he has like super high HP either, unless you go like HP build.
Yeah, and maybe that Elwyn too, because she has 2 effective against Cav skills.
I think the best soldier choice is probably Templars here. The the Lancer troop, the trading card is gonna melt from Tejas.
Yeah, especially if it's not Bracer. I mean, apparently Landius is just dead to Bernhardt no matter what you do, so... I mean, unless, maybe Royal Calves, but that would be just for Bernhardt.
Yeah, I don't think Royal Caps will save you because the damage reduction is okay, but
Yeah.
burn has too much, so it doesn't really matter.
He just 2-ticks your troops, and then he kills Landius in 20 ticks.
Yeah, Templar is the best choice here against 3 single targets here, for sure.
I do like that Elwyn is splitting off from the rest of the team. Doesn't want to be in range of the line AoEs coming from Himiko and MK.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Templar Knights, since they also stop werewolves, I don't think they're gonna stop it.
Is he really going to act again now?
Yeah.
That's not a good idea. So what he's trying to do is go with Himiko and then teleport MK and going with MK, but that's not the best combo you can do. There's no real reason to rush things. You do have the map control.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that, you could just die to Bernhardt, Sword Dance, and Liko AoE, right?
Because just because he did it so early, he did get breeze on Himiko, which is pretty nice.
It
But
doesn't...
you could spread out too. So you
doesn't the breeze not do anything because of hot, hot, hot?
oh that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you could just move back now.
I guess hot, hot, hot is only +2. Yeah, I mean, teleport Liko out of range of Himiko and then act again is just totally wasted, right?
Yeah, this is the best choice here because
Hmm.
um it's okay if TJS gets it. And who cares about burn and Hilda getting hit? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like what Antou's going for is teleporting MK in and going for that Himiko MK combo, but I mean there's potential to get 3 AoEs, right? So
Well, it's first of all, it's not gonna hit anymore, so it doesn't work. So now he can just move TJS, and MK and Himiko's not even gonna hit them.
yeah, you need to wait a turn.
It's just you show your card way too early. Your enemy can just position. Um, doesn't mean this is over. It's just that you just wasted teleport and act again, which is pretty crucial.
I mean, I guess there's a chance that Burn can die to this if you choose to go for it.
Yeah, well, he's gonna teleport too.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Actually, nobody's in range now.
So yeah, that's 2 skills for basically nothing on Danjay's side. One skill has a 5-turn cooldown. Maybe the Elwyn kill, but I don't think Himiko can do that. MK will do good damage here, but
If it's not a really well built Elwyn, you could definitely one shot. That's really high HP, so you're not gonna one shot that. Nope.
940 defense too. So yeah, that Elwyn's pretty crazy. Damn.
It's not gonna one shot. If it's like 10k HP, you can, but if it crits, it's like I think it's just wasting AoEs now. You wasted backtrack now too,
So yeah, pretty
and
much
if this doesn't clog, it's really bad for you.
it does
Doesn't
not
end up
even
kill.
kill.
Oh, it did clog, which is nice for him. That's good.
Yeah.
82 HP, which is kind of sad, but unfortunate. But that was something. Now Himiko can go in and hit the other 3 if she wanted to.
Yeah, just there's no follow-up.
Elwyn is not the biggest threat though, so using 4 skills to kill 1 Elwyn life, even if it killed 1 life, it's just not worth.
Feels like all Antou can do at this point is run away and try to reset to neutral.
Okay, interesting. Interesting that he did rain up. He was buff block too. So no, was it buff block? No, it wasn't buff block.
It was Himiko stat debuffs.
Okay.
That's why there were so many invulnerables. I mean, the plus side for Antou is that all of Danjay's units are at the beginning of the map, and it's going to take Danjay 2 turns or so to be able to reach with most of their units, even more if Antou just plays back. So there is a chance for Antou to back up and reset here. Or this Elwyn could just be dead, yeah.
Yeah, so there's no follow-up to that. There's no teleport. Hilda can come in. He can just use Seal to kill though.
Yeah.
Seal will still do decent damage. So it ends up being 4 and 5. So not too bad. As long as he stays back and gets all of his things, like get the backtrack back for sure. Himiko still has 3C because it clocked, so that's good.
Yeah, she can just... Her talent's down, but... I mean, yeah. She can't really go in and stop Danjay's team from pushing up, but getting the Elwyn kill is very nice.
As long as he can survive now, I think it's good for Antou.
Yeah, Danjay probably didn't want to push Elwyn up there.
Well, if you push Elwin up there, Himiko can go in and hit 4. Elwin still dies, so she didn't really have that much choice.
Yeah, fair enough. You could, Reign of... Yeah, no, Himiko could just reach everything, so it doesn't matter what you do.
Well, you could block, so you could place Elwin at the edge of bottom left corner, and then they'll prevent him from getting hit by the Himiko AoE.
Yeah.
And he has a revive, so he could have done that. But that's probably the best move.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Which in this case she just went in, but uh yeah, use Sky Archer, why not? Right? It's the best turn to use it.
But
I'm not sure
why...
about yeah, you have to kinda use it towards the back.
Yeah, I
So
mean...
MK, I don't think there's a problem of her dying because burn is infantry, but there is a lot of fixed damage, so you do have to be careful with Licorice AoE and burn AoE next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a Bracer Liko. She might not be able to kill, and she can't reach Himiko.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about Himiko. I'm worried about MK here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
1100 in on that Liko, but I don't know how much HP that MK has.
I mean, why not move back Sky Archer 2 though? It's
Yeah.
out of flicker range. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 life here. Easy kill.
Iris probably has to 3C to respond to this.
Oh, almost. Oh, actually 2 kills. So that is just that.
Okay, no. Landius dies, so Liana could heal MK if she wanted to. I was
So
thinking...
T-Just can just kill now. T-Just can just kill.
Yeah. Even Himiko Talon is down?
Mm-hmm. So you have to sacrifice 1 unit at least.
It is quickly starting to look tough for Antou.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, forget the after effect of burn. Can just kill the second life there. Yeah, it is looking tough now. So if you have someone like D-Lit instead of Iris, it would have been a lot easier to deal with something like this.
Yeah. Iris has not accomplished too much this game. D-Lit would have been some more offense, a lot of healing. Sea of Miracles, 50% damage for everybody.
You just can just kill the Himiko now and it's pretty much GG.
Yeah, because Hilda kills MK, right? Well, I guess MK gets healed. But I don't think... Yeah. MK can't really carry this game.
Yeah, she can't. She can't do anything alone. You just have to be patient on this map. There's just nowhere to spread out. So at some point, all of his units have to move up, Danjay's units, and you just have to AoE there. And there wasn't any reason to go in turn 1, especially Elwin, who's like probably the least. I mean, it's the unit that you want to kill the least out of all the units on that team. It was the last pick, so kind of using up everything to kill that one unit, I don't think was a good idea. It's also unfortunate that if you get burned, it is very dangerous for Landius.
Yeah.
So
I didn't... I gotta say, I didn't see a lot of tile counting from Antou. I think he could maybe benefit from doing that some more.
yeah, I know both Antou and Danjay, they're relatively new to the PvP scene. I know that. Antou started pretty late, as far as I know, and Danjay's server is also a new server. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you
C-
just gotta play more.
What I was gonna say was I feel
Mhm.
that Anto did have that plan to go in turn one with all those AoEs, but he didn't count it out, so he didn't realize that Danjay could just back everybody up and totally destroy all the follow-up. And it was also designed around an act again, giving them no ability to respond since you're player two, which you have to know how your opponent can position in that situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, after that happened, I was just not going at all, but he did. Because I mean, you still have backtrap. Backtracks without backtrap, NK's not that useful.
Yeah.
So you have to go in when it matters
Yeah,
with NK.
I feel like Anto didn't want to go for Elwyn there. It was he felt like it was the only option.
Yeah, so just just don't go in at all. Because I mean, imagine if Himiko didn't clock either. That would have been like super. It was just like over at turn one, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Anything else to say, Straw?
no, that's it. That's it.
Thank you for joining me, as
Yeah,
always.
thanks for having me. There should be one more match tonight, right?
Yes.
It is Sanichai versus Johnny at 10 p.m. game time, which is 1 hour after the second JB. And if nobody's around, I'll cast it. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you later, Straw.
okay, see ya.
That is the end of my stream, too. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Anytime you guys watch my stream. Um, like Straw mentioned, there's that game later. You guys definitely watch it. And then we have a bunch more games on Saturday too, so we should be pretty filled up there with Apex slots as well. And yeah, you guys have a lovely day. I have some stuff to go do, and bye!